Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you a 1v1 here in the Zelnaga Caverns. Here we have in the bottom left corner Harbinger the red Zerg player, and his opponent, your friend and mine, OG Suna. I've said this in the last two replays, but you remember OG Suna, I'm sure. He was I think he was Platinum. Yeah, he's Platinum on the US server, Platinum level Zerg player. And he got so tired of winning as Zerg, which is so funny to say, particularly considering all of the talk about Zerg being underpowered lately. But he got to the point playing Zerg where he was dictating matchups and didn't feel it was challenging. So he switched to Protoss and has been playing as Protoss. But then, you recall, he took a long break and he was away from the game for at least, I think, 7-8 weeks. And then he came back and he was playing as Zerg again because that was his original race. And in order to get back in the game, he felt like he needed to play Zerg again to feel comfortable. So that's what he did. But now he's back to Protoss apparently. And not only is he back to Protoss, but he's bought a new account and he's playing on the Korean server. And he says now granted, he is, once again, I just looked at his profile, and he is let me say it again, he is Platinum on the US server, and on the Korean server he's in Bronze. Yep. That is a factism. Platinum here in North America, Bronze in Korea. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a confirmation. I'm so glad that that OG Suna decided to do this. This is not a game from the Korean server. Let me just reiterate that. Obviously, his opponent's name is in English. Everything's in English. So this is not a game from the Korean server. But he did send me one. And he says, as a note in the replay, he said, this is what most of my games on the Korean server look like. And it was him getting, like, 9 pulled. And he said this is, like, the majority of his games is cheese. And, you know. But he said it's really hard to play because there's latency, and sometimes between 1 and 2 seconds latency sometimes. But I take my hat off to him for taking up the challenge and actually getting an account and playing on the Korean server. Very cool. But here on the North American server against Harbinger doing the early hatch, pool is up. Finally making just a couple Zerglings, probably for, well, he's got a couple out already for scouting and towers, etc. Trying to get some map control. And OG Suna dropping these gateways, second and third gateway down. Pretty much normal builds from both players up to this point. Nothing out of the ordinary. Finally going to get some Lings out to take care of this annoying probe that has knocked, like, well, probably not all that much. I don't know how much energy is going to be off of this hatchery by the time it finishes. It looks like at least like a 150. So that probe did its yeoman's work, man. It took care of business. And the first stalker is out, and gateway is finished. Warp gate tech finished just in time for these 3 gateways to be done. And still a length to wait on the 4th, but it looks like we are looking at a 4-gate. And that's a good idea. You know, if you know that your opponent is doing something, you know, as far as an early expansion, then you want to try and do something to punish that aggression. Now, this one stalker is not going to do all that much. It's going to be able to kite these Lings, of course, probably not even lose its shield. And if it wants to take a while, it can even take down this Overlord. We have some reinforcements coming in. And but a couple of roaches out for Harbinger, going to drive these 3 away. Now we have 2 sentries and 2 stalkers out. and going to finish taking down this Overlord, but there are 5 roaches out, and there's no way that these guys can stand up against this many roaches, so they're going to have to run away. The roaches are faster than the sentry and probably can catch it if they chase it the whole way down, but now we have 4 stalkers down. Not sure. With that depleted health, these stalkers probably have an advantage, but 3 more roaches on the way up, and now we're gonna Ojisuna is gonna have to run away as well. We're just seeing back and forth of reinforcements, and now there's gonna be more reinforcements coming for Ojisuna as well, but it looks like he is going to go ahead and run away, drop his own expansion. And now it looks like he is going to press. He looks like he's going to press. The only reason I can think of doing this is to force the Zerg player to make units instead of drones. And not only that, but also to help to establish his expansion up here. So obviously if he's down here fighting, and the fight's down here, then Harbinger is not harassing in his main. We have Layer Tech finishing up here. No Speedlings just yet. Man, I hate saying just yet. Oh, just going to scout around, make sure there's no hiding expansions. Going to take out this Overlord very quickly. Undo another scout. These guys are going to come out and take down this Overlord. Obviously, one of the great disadvantages to being able to put your Overlords all over the map for vision is they require... they're your food and they're your supply, so losing them is detrimental. And now Harbinger is food locked, supply locked. Pardon me, supply locked. We have the Robo Bay is already finished. He's getting the robotics facility as well as a forge for upgrades and a couple more gateways. I like this play. Looks like it's going to be 6 gateways and 6 gateway. I don't know if there's a timing he's looking for here, if he's trying to get him up before there's any Hydras or what the case might be, but this Hydralisk Den is going to be done soon, but there's probably not going to be any Colossus out before there are any Hydras out, and it's probably not. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. A second observer coming out. Ojisuna breaking down the destructible rocks here. Is he going to pressure this way? I mean, these are a lot of roaches. I don't think he has enough. In fact, if he wants to do anything other than take out that queen, he's going to need a lot more units, and he doesn't have enough. But he can snipe that queen, undoubtedly. And it looks like he can do it. Oh, nope. Going to have to run away again. Might want to put some, there you go, a couple of force fields up on the ramp. Just thin this army down a little bit. Hydralisks are out on the field, so now he's going to have to pull off until he gets some Colossus down here, because as you well know, Hydralisks just eat stalkers. Just eat them alive. This observer out, going to check around the map, make sure that there's nothing untoward happening, nothing sneaky, nothing but bad frame rates happening over here. We're back. Still don't understand why that happens. Nothing crazy happened in the game that should make my frame rates drop like that. Double Evo chamber down. We got the range upgrade completed. Roach speed is finished. Still no link speed. It looks like it's all roaches and hydras, and the push is on for Harbinger. And Ojisuna, knowing exactly what's happening, is pulling back to his base, hoping to have a Colossus out by the time the Zerg forces get here, but it's not going to happen. And Sentry's going to go down too. Not even able to put up a Guardian Shield. Roach is going to wait for the Hydras. Not going to wait for these units, though. I'm going to take down one of the gateways. Wow. Excellent, excellent work by Harbinger. Going to taking down production facility before an engagement. Really, really good. Lots of damage to a lot of these roaches, but it looks like Harbinger's going to take what he can get and get out of dodge, but he does have a lot of Hydras here, and I think that... Oh no! Ojisuna's Colossus is out in the open. Could get sniped. Gotta get it out of there. And now the Colossus is here, going to do damage. Thermal Lance is finished, and now he does have the range. And now I'm going to just melt these Hydras from a distance, but all these Stalkers are taking tons of damage. And it looks like that Colossus gave Suna the advantage that he needed, putting up 3 more gateways, having lost 1. And now the +1 just finished, getting +2 now. Not even trying to get the damage. A second Colossus is out, and we could see a third. He has the money for it. But it looks like he's going to leave him back here for defense, perhaps, or just doesn't know he's out yet. And these rocks are still up, as are these rocks, so it doesn't look like Ojisuna is set to take a third, though he is in position to do so. But Harbinger, on the other hand, is going to take a third, going to take the advantage, and now Suna also putting down his third as well. After, I guess, I'm thinking as a Zerg player, you know you want to stay ahead, and you have to know that after that battle that you just kind of took a beating on, that you got to think that Protoss is going to be taking his third, so you take your own third, and here's Ojisuna putting on the pressure. This could be the game-deciding battle. Stalker's blinking back away from the roaches. These Colossus going to do all kinds of damage, eating up these Hydralisks, eating up the Zerglings that come out, eating up the roaches. And the Hydralisks are gone, leaving just a couple of roaches. And that is it for Harbinger, although he has tons of money and lots of larvae out here. What are you doing, Harbinger? Don't complain that Colossi are different. Are ridiculous. You got units, dude. You got units. You got larvae sitting there. Look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 units there, and 4. Only 4 here, and 4 here. Come on, dude. Don't whine. You got 13 units out. You could just make a bunch of roaches or something. Mutas? No. Yeah. Look at Spire. You've got gas. Make 6 mutas, a bunch of roaches. You weren't out of it. You weren't out of it, man. Actually, you were. Game's pretty much over. But in any case, hope you enjoyed it. That's all I got for tonight. Thanks, Ojisuna, for the replay. I'm not going to cast the 9 pool that he sent me. I think he just wanted to show me how crazy people in Korea are. So, that's it for me for right now. I hope to cast a few more games tonight, and I'll put them up on the interwebs like tonight, so you can watch them tomorrow and stuff. Alright, guys. Keep climbing that ladder. Bye.